Welcome.
Hi, everybody. Whoops. I got caught up. She's going to try to start the thing over again. We're going to stray away from our normal little way we do things to start with, and we're going to bring our guests up right away quick. We're bringing up Happy Place Diaries and Jerry and Teresa.
Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
I think that most everybody that comes in is going to know who you are. But if you want to go ahead and fill everybody in on who you are, or what your channel is about, who you are, and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, I'm Teresa.
And I'm Jerry. Hey, we're at Happy Place Diaries. Like you said, our channel is all about RVing. Yeah, really, we
do a bunch of little everything.
Yeah, I mean, our value proposition is that we want people to get the most out of their RV. And so we kind of couched our channel in that vein, that we use our RV, well, as our RV dealer. We had it in the shop about a year ago, maybe it was 2 years ago. And he said, you guys have abnormal use of your RV. So it kind of spawned out of Teresa and I were walking around our neighborhood one evening, and you see all these RVs that are, parked next to people's houses or behind their fences, and they just don't go anywhere. They just collect a lot of moss.
Yeah.
And when we got our RV, we intended to use it. And so we go out every single month, no matter what the month is, no matter what the weather is, and we get the most out of our RV. And so that's really what our channel is all about. How do you get the most out of your RV? And whether that's, gear, or whether that's taking people on tours of RVs so that they can start making more informed choices. And then, of course, our trips that we go on, and we need to get better at doing those videos, because we get so wrapped up in having fun that we forget to turn the camera on. And we were just out this last weekend and had a wonderful time. That video will be coming out this Sunday. But I got like 45 seconds of the campground, and then the rest of it was, some other things. But, we kind of forget to turn the camera on, because, we get to having fun with the people, and which is counter to what our channel is all about.
Right, but a lot of people don't understand that you can't have the camera on all the time, because it takes away from your fun. It is work, and it is a job, and it's
right.
Well, not only that, but
consuming.
Neither one of us have a really good filter, and so and thank goodness for editing software, because you can clean up the perception, I guess. No, but really, we are who we are, and who we are that you guys see on videos. That's exactly who we are in real life.
But we'll try and get some more. We'll try and we're going out, not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll be at a brand new place. So we'll try.
We'll have more opportunity, and we'll be camping with friends again. And really, all of our friends have kind of got used to the cameras. So there's no stigma attached or anything like that. It just, it's just a matter of turning them on and creating that story. So, hey, Cruising with the Colemans, good to see you.
What drew us into your channel to begin with was how real and how honest your channel really is. And that's something that's the reason why we've been along for the ride ever since we started watching the videos. So it's been over a year now that we've been watching them, and
I just tell it like it is. I mean, it's like
I get in trouble for that too much.
Yeah, that's how I am. He's the one that knows how to talk and stuff. I'm just like, nah, I don't like it. Cut it.
Yeah, I don't know about finesse. It's like the video that came out this morning about the surge protector. You know, whenever you do something like that, especially if they send you the product,
Right.
I feel obligated to, you know, and we had talked back and forth when we were down in Tampa and whatnot. And I told him, I'll send you the video. And if you don't like it, tell me and we'll redo it or whatever. And I got a 2-sentence reply back after Hughes Autoformers watched the video, and they said, "Thank you for the honest review. We appreciate it." So, you know, and if it was crap, I'd say it was crap.
Yeah.
You know, now this isn't. And I wish they would make me an affiliate if they're watching. But and that's the other thing too. I won't. If it was bad, I wouldn't have done the video, or we wouldn't have put the video up, because there's enough. Again, here's the unfiltered version. There's enough negativity on YouTube. I don't need to add to it. And while some people have found a way to market that and make it work for them, I can't do it. It just makes me feel yucky. And so
we're here to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, RVing's all about fun and community and all that stuff, and that's kind of where we want to keep it.
So what are your plans for this year? Do you have any goals for travel?
Well, Oregon just opened up to where we could go 6 months to get state parks and stuff. So we got a couple. We got one for spring break, and then in June we're going to take like a 4-week from South Dakota back to the West Coast.
So yes, we still have plans for every single month.
Right.
The state park thing, they're not managing it very well. So we're taking advantage wherever we can with the state parks. And the dog in the hunt with the state park issue is, because I'm a disabled veteran, we could stay at state parks we stay there for free. We just pay the registration fee for $8 for up to 10 days. So we really like to stay at state parks because it doesn't, you know, it's very economical.
But we've got
I don't know. She does all the planning.
We're gonna go out to Pendleton for Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna go
So we've never been there.
Yeah, we're gonna stay at a casino out in Pendleton, home of the famous Pendleton Roundup. We're gonna stay out there for the long weekend.
Yeah.
But so every single month we have something planned. We really would like, and then, and I'd love to talk about the big summer trip, but we're traveling with a group and we've kind of did the pinky swear thing that we won't talk about that yet. It's going to be pretty big though. Lots of miles. We're going to be trying out some new to us opportunities with Harvest Host, which I'm super excited about. I've never.
We've had our membership for I think a year and a half now. We've never used it, but
seriously, oh my gosh, we haven't used it yet.
We haven't used it yet, but we've made reservations at
2 or 3 of them.
Three Harvest Host already. In fact, one of them I called to make a reservation, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you know, can we expect you Friday?" I'm like, "Oh no, not till July." And she said, "Oh, you're a planner."
And they took a reservation that early because a lot of the places that I look say they only will go like a month out or something like that.
Yeah, they were.
Or maybe that was Doctor's Welcome.
Yeah, they took reservations that far out, and then we have, in fact, our very first Harvest Host
is in Idaho.
And it's because we also like staying at the military campgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a very economical way to go. If you're eligible, I'll just say it that way.
Aaron Jemison said that you guys were going to be stopping in to see him along the way in Iowa.
Are we going on?
I don't know that's on our plane right now. It might be. But I know that,
hint, hint.
yeah. And I know that he's a great Cubs fan too. So
Well, we might be going through Iowa.
we'll just add a day to the trip. That's, you know.
Jerry actually planned this trip, so I didn't do any of the getting reservations like I did the summer before when we went
So
out.
he planned on being down there early without you, right? So that he could party before you got down there, right?
Down in Tampa.
Yeah.
Well, and you know that actually turned out really. The whole Tampa thing was an incredible adventure. We were actually on a live stream, on somebody else's live stream, and they started talking about Tampa, and Michael and Shelley from Our Epic RV Adventure said, you know, if you could get here, you could stay in their Tiffin with them. And I so as I'm on the live stream, I go to Southwest Airlines and could not pass it up. Because I had points and stuff. I got a ticket for $65 round trip from Oregon to Tampa and back.
Yeah.
So I texted Michael and I'm like, all right, get the sheets ready because I'm on the way. And so we're down in Tampa and she had to work. And so we're down in Tampa,
Yeah.
and just meeting up with great folks and having a blast. And I was FaceTiming with her one evening, and she said, well, you'll be picking me up at the airport on Friday. So she just got a ticket and came down. And
I was like, it's not fair that he's having so much.
Exactly.
I'm taking Friday off. I'm like,
yeah.
and so.
And we packed so much into that.
Yeah, I was only there for like 48 hours.
Yeah.
I got there Friday afternoon and we left Sunday afternoon.
And for me, 5 days wasn't enough.
Right.
You know, there was just we were talking before we went live. There's so many people that we met with and then met with afterwards and went out to dinner with and just had drinks with and just had a blast. And
It's
it's
just
a lot of
so
great
nice to see people out and about and enjoying themselves. And I mean, because we're in New York and it's just,
No
when
matter.
you watch the news, it seems like everything's closed up and nobody's socializing or anything like that. And it's good to see that people are out and about and
We
doing
actually
that.
got to go out to dinner. That was my first thing when I got off the plane. I'm like, I want to go eat somewhere where I can sit down in a restaurant and take my mask off.
Right.
Because all the restaurants are still closed here in Oregon. So
Yeah. Well, they're partially open here, I guess, but
Yeah, they've got a weird schedule. You have to, all the restaurants have to be closed at 10 o'clock because the
Don't
virus
say it.
the
Don't
virus
say
can
it.
tell time.
Yeah.
The virus starts at 10 o'clock and goes till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and every time I talk about it, I lose subscribers. So I
yeah,
try
we were just gonna say that.
She's over here nudging me. Stop.
I'm like, stop! Don't say that word. Don't say
That's
that
what
word.
Jerry says.
I don't. We were out at, but I will say this because I cut it out of the video because she told me to.
We were just
We're out at Evergreen Air and Space Museum in McMinnville, and just to kind of give you some scope, it's huge, it's massive, it's so big that they put the spruce goose inside one of the buildings, right? And that's not it. I mean, it's the spruce goose and a bunch of other airplanes are in this building. And so I'm standing outside, empty parking lot. The museum's closed because of the Rona. And I'm looking at these buildings, and there's 4 buildings on the property. All 4 of them are the size of a mega Walmart. No, bigger than a mega Walmart. We could put 500 people in Walmart, but in January we can't put, a dozen people in a museum. I understand that we need to be responsible, and we need to do whatever we can to do whatever we can. But it just come up with a rule and stick with it, you know.
So on that same respect, how has it been to make reservations for this coming year for you guys? I mean, it doesn't seem like you're having much trouble.
No. In fact,
they're excited when we call.
You know, the private campgrounds never closed here because they were deemed essential because people, you know, they have the seasonals at the private campgrounds. The state campgrounds closed. And so all we did was spend more money to be entertained. And it seems that the more you go to the middle of the country, the more open everything is. Right. And so as we were looking at our big summer plans for this summer, and I was making phone calls and getting online. What?
He says, need a cup of tea for some of my apple crumble as I think I'm going to be here for a while.
Are they bringing some to share? Do you have some to pass around?
Food for us.
But yeah, they seem to be open and really inviting. Like I said, when we called the Harvest Host, the one, and it's and I don't know the breed of the dog. It's a Norwegian something, but they breed these dogs out at this Harvest Host. And when I called, she said, well, how many nights do you want? And I said, well, I thought the rule was just one night. And she said, well, if you need another night. And I said, no, we're just passing through. She said, well, is there anything else? I said, well, yeah, we could use water, and so she said, I'll have everything ready. So we at least got water hookups for that night there. So
we can take a shower.
Yes. I think that's what I'm going to try to do too, is check out some of the Harvest Hosts that are within a little bit of a drive from us so that we can get out for a night or two and over the summer, because our state parks, when everything hit last year and they were canceling people's reservations, when they did open back up and then people had like credits to get camping, they just opened everything up in one day. Yeah. And in one day, everything was gone. I mean, my brother used to get every holiday, and by the time he got on the next morning, everything was booked. So he got some other days, but
when I got on, luckily in our school district, we have the 3 days before spring break off. So that's when we start our camping. And I got the very last spot that was for that time at a state park. And like you, everything was gone. And we're trying to make reservations other places. And it's like, the only thing that's available are tent sites. And I'm like, oh, man.
No, I'm not doing tents again. Well, and go to spring break. We're empty nesters. So spring break doesn't really mean anything for us for a family vacation. But it is when she's off. So,
I get that.
Sorry, we got a squirrel that's taunting the dogs right outside.
That's kind of the sucky part too with Ron, as far as like using vacation when he has those extra days off for holidays, but then it's a holiday, so getting reservations is a lot harder. So
how far in advance can you guys get reservations with your state parks?
I think it's 9 months in advance.
Yeah, that's what it used to be, and then it was 1 month, and then last month it went to 6 months.
Yeah, I think it was always a 9-month rolling thing. But when we did that was nice. When we did the when we volunteered, we were able to get in there for the holiday weekends, and we didn't have to. So
that's awesome.
So we might be going. We'll see if they call us or
Yeah. We'd go and clean fire pits when people left a week and get a free week at the state park.
So that was nice.
Sorry,
they're fighting over a bone now.
Dog.
It sounds like our cat's all day long lately.
Poor Chunk's getting his butt kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bubba? Yeah, I can't wait till they start going back to the 9 months, because I like to plan. I'm just like, okay, because there's certain days that I have off each month, and I can make it a 3-day or a 4-day weekend, and that makes it a lot better.
Right.
We're going to be going to our first meetup in June.
Yeah.
That's what is it, meetup on the Mohican,
Oh.
That's it.
with Caribou Dave and the Shregs, s'mores with the Shregs.
Wandering Wag.
Well, I don't know if they're going, but that'll be interesting. I mean, it's like you said, when you get out and you get to network with other people and other channels,
and actually get to meet people face to face instead of just on the computer. So
yeah, it's totally different. When we were down in Florida, we met
everybody.
No, MJ.
You know what's his name?
Yeah, and MJ.
They're in here tonight.
And
yeah, they were in here.
They walk up, and I'm like, I don't know who you are. And she kind of pulled her mask down. I'm like, oh my gosh, because she's so different in person.
Yeah, she's so much taller.
She's so tall. You know,
I was gonna say, yeah, you really can't tell how tall or short.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah. I was amazed at how tall she was, because usually we're sitting down or we're walking, but I was like, oh, it's MJ. I was like, oh my god.
No, we met up with a bunch of great folks down there, and it's really it was really fun. Well, I guess what we've learned from the couple opportunities that we've had to meet up with fellow YouTubers, RV YouTubers, is that, and maybe it's just our community, I don't know. I would like to think it's just a humanity thing, but we are who we are, and you meet folks and it's just like, okay, you are exactly who I thought you were going to be. The very first day we were at the show, when the show opened on Wednesday, we met with Rocky and his girls from RV Kids.
right.
Rocky is Rocky. And then Natalie and Lawrence came up from Brazen Brits. And we hit it off right away. Steve.
Yeah, that's why I decided to go, because I'm like, he's meeting all these people and having fun, and I'm sitting at home doing it.
Yeah, Steve and Dave from Foreverland, just great people. And Steve and I share
we've met them before in June.
We met them in North Carolina. And we just picked up like we had just left off. In fact, when we were in North Carolina, he discovered that we share this thing for good bourbon. And so he brought bourbon this time. So that was good. So
you got to do a meetup in Kentucky is what you're saying.
Oh, that would be good.
Ooh.
Judy.
Yeah, I'm sure that Maker's Mark probably has a harvest toast.
I bet.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't, I'm going to write them a letter.
Can you be a sponsor for that?
That would be
I would be a Maker's affiliate any day. So yeah, the summer plans are coming on. I think I think in general, at least everybody that we kind of hang out with and camp with, and like Teresa said, we're not going out this coming weekend, but the following weekend we're camping with a group of friends that we don't camp with often, maybe once a year.
Yeah.
I think everybody's just kind of ready to move on, and yes. I want to meet up with you guys too. Well, you too, Ron and Judy, but ones definitely.
They're in Ohio, so you'd have to pass them to get to us.
perfect.
Yeah, and there's a lot of folks in Ohio that I want to hook up with, so that we've met, virtually.
What's the one thing that makes your day better instantly?
Makes my day.
Besides the bourbon.
Day off for me.
She
For me, and this
is a bunch of questions, and I kind of grabbed one off of the sheet along the way, and that one was kind of like at the top of the list for.
Okay, that's a good one.
And I don't know if this is the right term, but this is going to sound Pollyanna or rose-colored glasses thing, but for me, just every day I wake up is instantly a good day, and I don't want to be overly dramatic, but I don't take any days for granted. Just the fact that we get to have the lifestyle that we have. you know, the fact that my trailer is, you know, literally, you know, 15 feet behind this wall. And I could go out there and tinker with it and hook it up at a moment's notice and just drive off. I don't know, you know, okay, are you ready? Every day that I just get to wake up next to this right here. Well, you know, we spent a lot of years missing out on a lot of stuff because of career choices. You know, and Uncle Sam had a knack for sending me away at key moments in time, you know, birthdays and anniversaries and holidays and years that you just can't get back. And so the day that I retired, we made a commitment that we were going to make every day count. And I think by and large we do. And so it's kind of a storybook answer, but for us, it's really true. And you'll rarely find me in a bad mood.
I'm in a better mood if I'm waking up in the camper, because if I'm at home, it usually means I got to go to work.
She won't quite join me in retirement.
No,
yet.
I got another
So
four.
that's coming.
4 or 5.
I see both of you smile as soon as the grandkids are involved.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, Levi is the star of the show. When we watch your lives and he'd come in instantly, you know.
Oh, we got the second one coming in April, so we're anxious to see him.
Yeah.
And
yeah, Levi has a tendency to, and you know, he's just such a happy kid. I've rarely seen kids as happy as I mean, that's him. And we have him 3 days a week, and those 3 days are not a chore at all. I play Legos and do ABCs and get down on the floor and crawl around. It's hard getting back up, but you know, we have a ball. So yeah, that kid will put a smile on your face instantly.
Yeah, that's something we missed out on this year. Is we usually take the grandkids out, you know, for a weekend, and we couldn't do that this year. So hopefully we can do that next year.
Last weekend, our daughter-in-law, she had to switch schedules or something, so she asked if we would watch Levi Friday when we never have him on Fridays. And we were leaving, we were going camping, and luckily we were only camping about an hour away from home. So I said, that's fine. You know, we'll just take him with us.
if you want to pick him up,
You just come out and pick him up. And actually from where she works, it was only about a half hour to get out there and pick him up. And he just didn't want to go.
no,
He
just helping Jerry bring things over to him, and
Yeah, he's at that
Fun.
age now where he can actually be a helper, and so it's fun. I taught him the joys of the sewer hose.
Here, learn this job, kid.
That's right.
Blow into this end of it.
no, and he'll be going on some more with us.
Yeah.
Probably more after Nolan's born, so that we can give mom and dad a break. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
I'm hoping. So
We'll see.
yeah.
Our granddaughter is doing TikTok videos now. She's
Ah,
so she's the next up and coming internet star, I guess. She's
oh,
hilarious.
Well, don't get her on YouTube because I don't want her passing us already. I mean, we've been at this for 3 years. You know, last thing I need is another hit to the ego.
I'm sorry, our cat passed away and we got more subscribers.
But believe me when I say this, it really, for us, this is just part of our journey. And you know, if I probably shouldn't say it, but oh well. You know, if we are where we are for the rest of the time, we're still having fun with it. We're not gonna stop until we stop having fun with it. So
I think you guys are definitely going to do it. You guys are putting out more videos now, and you're going to get there really soon. So
well, we got another 20, 25 years to do this. So we're 80, I think.
Yeah.
30 years.
I mean, you know, and we were actually having this big heady discussion about, you know, the big 1,000 mark when we were down in Tampa with a bunch of YouTubers that, you know, all are surpassed. And really all I want out of it is the community tab.
Right. Right.
You know, it's not about money. Whatever money we make is going to go right to veteran activities. And so, you know, it's not about money. It's about that community tab, because I want to be able to post those cool pictures and discussion things. Simple things with me.
Right.
Yeah, good things.
I wanted to have an HPD challenge and have everybody go and check your channel out, because one thing that I realized is that we subscribed to you right early on, and we were watching and watching and watching, and then for some reason we weren't seeing your videos coming up. We go back over to you, and for some reason we were unsubscribed to you, and we subscribed back up. It's a YouTube thing, I think. I don't know why they do it, but I just think that everybody, even if you think that you're subscribed to them, go over there and watch a video, and you may be surprised. They may have bumped you off too. Any little thing will help out, but that's kind of my.
Yeah, and we started a challenge, and it's really a challenge for us. In fact, Lawrence from Brazen Brits kind of turned me on to some real nerdy stuff while we were down there. And there's a new app that I'm using that you can kind of track your journey to 1,000 and beyond, I guess. But there's some cool features in there that you can make these cool like Instagram graphics. And those of you that follow us on Instagram at Happy Place Diaries, you know, you probably noticed that we've been putting out more of this kind of content on there. So we started a challenge that we're not really asking for subscribers, because what we know is when you look at the analytics and the numbers, a good percentage of our subscribers watch our channel. And so if they would just share it and go from there and see what happens just by sharing. So we're doing a share challenge until the end of February, and then we'll probably renew it in March and then April. But I just wanted to see if doing something like that would move the needle. And if it doesn't, I haven't lost anything.
Right.
But yeah, if people just share it, that would be great.
Well,
and see if they are subscribed. And if you're
right, that's the big
thing.
Not
subscribed.
Like I said, we've been I think I resubscribed, I think back in October, but we had been from the beginning of the year. So we got they bumped us off sometime during the summer. So but there's been, once we found that out, I started seeing that a whole bunch of channels that we were subscribed to that we got bumped.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
You do have to be careful with those Brits, especially the Brazen Brits. But here's the thing, and I'll just clue everybody in on the secret. And I'm looking at some of the names over here, so you probably know. The subscriptions are free.
Yeah.
And there's no obligation. And it's not like I don't work for Marriott, so I'm not going to call you and tell you that you won a great trip. And I don't care about your car warranty. So it's a free subscription. What do you got to lose?
Get your butt over there and subscribe if you're not subscribed.
And
Tell your friends.
I might be lazy, but I'm subscribed to, 1 million channels.
Oh yeah, we are
It
too.
doesn't mean that I watch 1 million channels, because there's just not enough time in the day. And I do the best that I can to watch as much as I can, especially people that we really, really like. But I don't unsubscribe from them just because it's not costing me anything.
Right.
And if it helps somebody get to 1,000, then why not?
Yeah. I wanted everybody to know that when we first got going and started doing our YouTube journey, somebody came out and called us or asked us if we wanted to be a part of a I can't even say the name. Collaboration. There you go. And that was Jerry. He called and asked if we wanted to be a part of that. And I was very proud to be able to do that. And we got quite the jump start on things because of that. And we appreciate that very much.
That's
and
awesome.
that's is there any plans at all in the future for any other ones, or is that?
Oh,
I'm not
definitely.
going to ask for any details until things are worked out, but just that we know that there's something coming. Or...
Yeah, in fact, the usual suspects, dealing with Wayward Wags and our Epic RV Adventure, Dustin, Leslie, Michael, and Shelley. We talked about that a little bit when we were down in Tampa hanging out together. And thank you, Roy and Becky. Oh, and real quick, Lucky Dog.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use the spare bedroom, also known as the trailer, right next door. Full hookups. If you come on up, it's available. But yeah, we are talking about doing something again. Not sure what it's going to be just yet. And because of the world situation, the last one worked out because the timing was perfect, and Corona hit like right after we had, already generated that. So, and then all of a sudden, people don't have jobs anymore and all of this. So we kind of laid low because we didn't want people having to do something that they didn't have to do. But we're talking about it and we'll get something out. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. That was so fun last year.
Yeah.
And I tell you, you're right. It was a jump start. It was really our first real go at pulling a bunch of YouTubers together that happened to be veterans and then reaching out to everybody to support that. And then when we ultimately went down to North Carolina and
Terry,
met up with Vets to Vets United.
She was just ecstatic. I've never seen someone so excited.
Yeah, when you worth it,
Right.
when you can get that.
Yeah, when you actually get to meet the people that you're going to affect. When I was a scoutmaster, we used to do scouting for food every year, right around the Christmas time, and we actually had our troop go to the food bank and help distribute food. So we not only did we collect it, but we would have them go and give it out to the people that really needed it. And it really, codified in those young men that you're not just getting cans and, cases of ramen. You're actually affecting people's lives here. And that's really what that fundraiser last year did for me, because it just, man, it really touched us. I remember that night after we got back to the campground and the six of us were just sitting around and we made a campfire and all of us were just like,
wow,
oh my goodness, everybody's eyes got sweaty.
It was fun. I can't wait to do the next one.
Yeah.
Or help out. I didn't really do anything the last one, but it was fun.
Well, right now it's about 20 minutes to, and I know we
started early and didn't talk to anybody because they have a date night tonight, so we weren't sure how long they wanted to stay, and we wanted to of it, but
we'll let you guys get back. But thanks for letting us come and join you.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever.
We want to hang out some more. That's up to you.
We got a few minutes. We got about 5 that we can play with. So whatever you want to do.
All right. So what is on your bucket list as far as something you guys have to get to and see?
Have to?
Want to, have to. I mean,
well, I want to go to Maine in like October because I want to see the changing of all the trees. And we've talked about going to Alaska. 'cause he was stationed up in Alaska, and I've never been there. So I think that would be cool.
Yeah, Alaska's definitely not a bucket list item for me because I lived there. But my big bucket list item is actually close. I want to do the 6-park loop.
Yeah, the Tetons.
And so it's Grand Tetons. No, you start at Glacier, Tetons, Yellowstone, Bryce Canyon, Grand Canyon, Zion. It's a big loop out here,
in the West,
Utah, Wyoming, that area. I want to do that entire loop one summer, and spend maybe a week at each place, or 3-4 days at each place. That is ultimately a huge bucket list item for me.
Well, we've been we were in Maine 2 years ago.
The end of September.
The end of September, the first week of October, and it was like somebody flipped a switch and the leaves changed like almost overnight.
When we drove in there, everything was green, and then the week later, when we drove out, everything was already changing, and it was.
That's
beautiful.
what I want to see.
But we get beautiful fall colors up here.
Yeah.
But every postcard that you see of New England and that area up there just.
And I've never.
Now you're going to find this really strange, but because of all of my military travels and everything else, there's only one state in the whole entire country that I haven't been to yet, and you're sitting in it right now.
Yep, Oregon. Come on out.
Because there is zero military here. I mean, other than the National Guard, but there's
lots to do.
It's funny because I hadn't been to Oregon or Washington State, and those were the only two. And then I got a job working for a company, and they flew me out to Seattle for 2 weeks at a time and back. So I'd be out there for 2 weeks, come home for a couple of weeks, go back for 2 weeks. So I was doing that for a while. And she came out, and the one day we were like, we're going to drive to Oregon so I can say that I've been to every state. And we started driving. She'd never been to the
ocean.
The ocean on the left side.
Yeah.
So we went to the ocean, and by the end of the day, it was like we don't have time. We don't have time to get to Oregon and back up again.
Yeah,
so,
it's
we've lived here for a long time, and up until 2 years ago, I had never been to Seattle.
Yeah.
And then we actually went up and camped up in the Puget Sound up there. And I'm not a big fan of Seattle, but the Puget Sound is it's gorgeous. And if you're ever out this way again, let us know, because I'll definitely love to meet you up in Puget Sound or even in Oregon. Yeah.
We love the desert side. We love the beach side. We love the mountain. I mean, there's just so much here.
That's the nice thing about Oregon. We live in the Willamette Valley, and so we're 2 hours from the beach and the Pacific Ocean. We're 2 hours away from the desert. And when I say desert, I mean like the Wild Wild West movies. An
hour from Mount Hood.
Yeah, we've got every kind of terrain that you can, we've got desert, we've got rainforest, we've got ocean, we've got volcanoes, you name it. It's here.
Yeah. And Mount St. Helens is only an hour and 20 minutes away from where we live.
And having said all of that, I can't wait to leave here.
That's because of a specific person.
One day. One day. I think it gives us a reason to go east. I really love the Southeast. I spent time there in the Army, and I love the Southeast part of the country. The Midwest is wonderful. So this is a great place to be.
So, Teresa, have you done much traveling around the country, or?
Not really. When I travel, I usually go to Missouri, Kansas City, because that's where my sister lives.
Okay.
I did go to Washington, D.C. Was it back in 2005?
Yeah.
2005. And then I went to Florida. When I went to Florida last month, that was the first time. I had been, when I was younger, my dad traveled a lot. So we got to go to conventions, and we got to go to New Orleans and Texas and Hawaii. So
That's nice.
yeah, so I've been to some places, but I haven't been down to the southeast part. I want to go to Georgia. I want to go to South Carolina. I want to go to Virginia. I want to go to Maine. I have some friends in Massachusetts, so I want to do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
It's amazing how big our state, our country is, and it's, you know, when you're on one side, you really don't go to the other side unless you're flying there. And
And
Exactly.
everybody when we say that we're from New York, thinks that we're from the city,
Right.
you know, and we're the farthest thing
Yeah.
from the city that you could possibly.
Our daughter-in-law is from Syracuse, so
Okay.
Yeah, and we flew out there for their
their wedding.
wedding, and yeah, New York is different.
Yeah.
But it's like Oregon, right? Everybody, you know, everybody kind of associates Oregon, especially because of the news, with Portland, and we live 18 miles east of Portland, and I can't remember the last time I was in Portland. We just don't go there, but we go everywhere around, you know. And so if you're looking for, you know, cowboys and you know, rodeos and stuff,
You gotta go east.
you just head east, you know, an hour or two, and I mean
Yeah. Then we have Wallowa Lake, which is 6 hours away, and it's a state park, and it's beautiful.
it's like being in the
Blue
Swiss
mountains.
Alps.
Yeah.
So-
It's just gorgeous. So
We have mountains in New York, but they're not as high as the mountains out there. So
that's what I've heard. When the boys and Jerry went back to Jamboree, the guy kept talking about the mountains, and the boys are looking at him. They're like, "Sir, do you mean those hills?" He's like, "No, those are mountains." They're like, "Sir, those are hills."
Yeah, he said, "Don't make fun of our mountains." Yeah, because if I step out of my front door over here, I'm looking straight up at an 11,000 foot mountain. You know, and it's part of the Cascade Range, where, you know, it's that way all the way down from Seattle all the way to the California border, and it's a volcano, so we're kind of waiting. About 10 years ago, it rumbled, and then Mount St. Helens,
Like I said,
and everybody knows about Mount St. Helens blowing up in 1980, but it puffs just about every year. It does a little puff,
maybe.
and it's right. I mean, it's literally like out that window right there.
It's halfway between Seattle and us.
Yeah.
I think that Judy's sister Paula, if she's still in here, I believe she went to Mount St. Helens with one of her friends and did some hiking and stuff there for a little bit.
Yeah, you can climb up to the top, but you usually can't do it till the summertime because of the snow.
We made an attempt at climbing it, and we got rained out. And they actually had a ranger up there turning people around. You did it with your girlfriends, right?
I did it like in August of like 5 or 6 years ago now. And it's more of a bouldering climbing than just climbing.
Yeah, once you get out of over the timberline,
It's all
it's
bouldering.
all a scree field.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. They've got a really cool visitor center there that tells the story of and what it looked like, you know, before it erupted and stuff. So anyway.
I want to apologize to everybody in the chat that I haven't said hello to everybody that's coming in. I really appreciate it. We got going, and Judy's been putting everybody up so everybody can see who's in here, and I really appreciate everybody that's been here.
Well, on that note, we really appreciate you guys letting us come and hang out. It was a lot of fun. It is our date night, so we got to exit stage right here, or left if you're playing at home. But
thank you.
a lot of fun, and hopefully we could do it again sometime.
Sounds
Maybe
great.
one day if we start lives up again, we'll I don't think that's going to happen. But
Not
yeah.
She keeps on saying,
I'm like,
how
how
long do we have-
long are we going to keep doing the lives?
well,
When the
it was
weather
fun to come
starts,
by.
when the weather starts getting nicer, we probably will cut down on those. So,
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
enjoy your date night. It was great talking to you one-on-one
Right.
finally.
And hi to everybody that's in the chat. Great
Thanks for
seeing you.
coming. We'll
And
see
if
you
you
next
haven't
time.
subscribed, make sure you go over there and subscribe, and make sure you share them if you got a community tab so we can get them to 1,000.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
All
See
right,
ya.
guys. Take care.
Bye. Thanks.
All right.
so that was Jerry and Teresa.
From Happy Place Diaries.
And
We can
I don't know
say
if we
hi
can,
to
we can go
everybody
and
here.
start saying hello to everybody here if we want to. But I don't know if everybody's still here, but
Forever best friends. I just felt a cat under my legs. I just heard a cat.
okay. Yeah, I think that because we've been going for so long, there's so many people in here, so many people have come and gone that it's kind of.
Yeah, Art of RVing came in. We got Forever Best Friends on the move. We hopefully going to have them on the show soon.
Yeah. And
Adventurous Jerry Lynn. She says she's still here. Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much. Jerry Lynn was one of our first ones that came in that we did an interview with.
Yeah. She just sold her Corvette, so they're moving to downsizing and getting to be on the road.
Sold the Corvette.
Yeah. Carl's mad. Carl said he shouldn't have sold his Corvette.
Well, we got about 10 minutes or so to go.
Anybody wants to, we can drop we have the link here.
She's going to put the link up, and if anybody wants to jump in and just say hello and say hello to everybody and kind of give everybody a little bit of an idea about what your channel's about and who you are, you can go ahead and do that.
At 8 o'clock, we're going to be heading over to the Northwoods. Tonight, they're talking about RVing with their animals.
Yes, you got to love Carl's off the grid.
I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my pathetic cat in the background.
That kitten, every time we're on, he starts meowing like crazy because he wants to get up here and walk around in front of us.
Nope, nobody's out there.
It's,
Just gonna make a cute kitten up here. There you go.
now he can come up and say hello to everybody, and you can.
Oh, I don't think they want to see the cat butt. There you go. Here's our sick little kitten. We've been trying to fix his tummy for since we got him.
He's going to be the $1 million cat by the time he's all said and done.
RV underway. Hello. We're
Hey,
just
thank you
gonna
for
start
coming
wrapping
in.
things up. Yeah, so the kittens had belly issues since we got them, and we've been working trying to fix them. And I wanted to get specialized food for them, but you need a vet's prescription to get the food. And then the vet told me that they don't want to start him on any food sensitivity diet until he's about 8 months old. So we get to get more medicine for him and
So
see
far
if that was going.
the vets have loved the kitten very much. The vets are he's been fixed. He's been he decided at one point he was going to try to leap into a window, and he jumped up, didn't quite make it, fell down behind the headboard of the bed and hurt himself. So he went and got x-rays, and he limped around for about 2.5 weeks, and he's just
still
now
limping a little bit, but
he's starting to walk.
yeah,
a little
we
bit
got
better
him
now.
in well, our other cat passed in November 17th. So would we get him about 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, we think. So December.
The end of December.
Yeah. So anyway, he's coming around the other end.
Yeah.
Our weather is horrible.
The weather has been.
The weather is February.
Yeah, the weather's been in the high teens to the lows and high 20s in the day, and today it actually warmed up and got above freezing. So some of the snow started to melt a little bit today, and that's kind of a good thing because Buddy's little short legs makes it awful hard for him to go out and do what he has to do outside. But
no, this isn't Mom's cat. Tilly is Mom's cat. My mom has adopted my other cat because my other cat goes and lays on her all the time now, which makes my mom happy. So that's cool. What are you doing?
the camera will start to focus. I saw that the other day. Somebody started to blur and they put their hand in front of the camera and it focused again. So,
how you doing, Barbara and Ricky? Thanks for coming in. Happy Place Happy Place Diaries had to go on their date night, so they have
reservations and stuff all set up ahead of time, so we had to try. That's why we jumped right into the interview right away quick instead of our normal startup. There's Blake. Blake showed up. Hi Blake, thank you for coming in. New Visions.
Oh, right there. New visions. I don't have any visions. So anyway,
and we've been trying to set things up for. Hopefully, we're going to have interviews set up for the next few weeks. We're still working on a few of them, and if anybody is interested in coming up and doing this, being interviewed on any given week, you can send us an email and we'll set things up and do what's best, work things out with whoever it is and get you on the show so you can introduce your channels and stuff.
Traveling Granny, our date night is, we're going to have a date day on Saturday, and we're going to go to our house and we're going to make sure our pipes haven't frozen. That's going to be that's going to be our exciting day. And pick up more cat medicine.
Right. So we're gonna. So that's date night for us, or date day.
So, but the good thing is, when I took the dog out today, there's actually tulips coming in the backyard, and we're gonna.
There's Carl.
Hey
guys.
That's the man, the myth, the legend.
I don't know.
You say that didn't help any. There we go.
There we go. So
how's it going?
Hopefully my quality, my video is a little bit better than when we live streamed. But
it looks really good, actually.
I just wanted to thank you guys for what you're doing here in the RV and camping community. This is huge. I was hesitant about coming up on the live stream because my channel's doing pretty good, and I wanted to reserve it for the younger channels. But for you guys that are later on subscribers, don't be afraid to go on these live streams. Take these opportunities that Ron and Judy give you. It's an incredible way to get your subscribers up and to get to know everybody within the community. We have got an awesome community here. And, I'm an off the grid type of person. I don't have an RV, but I love this community and the people that are here within it because there's such a bond that's here. It's incredible.
And there's so much different information too. Even though you're off the grid, there's still people that boondock that you can learn stuff from, and they can learn stuff from you. So I think it benefits everybody.
Exactly. I always had smaller campers. I'm trying to get the camera set up here, but it's not working out for me. But like today, when we were talking about doing a loop through Yellowstone and everything like that, our family did that, and it was just an incredible journey for those of you who haven't done it. Take the time to do it, and take extra time, because when you get out there, you're going to find out there's so many beautiful things to see that you're going to want to spend more time at each at each landmark or whatever, you know, because there's just so much to be offered there. Hey, I love the new addition to your family there.
Yeah.
he's a
a
real
pain.
troublemaker.
Oh, I'd fall in love with him real quick.
Yeah, he's fluffy.
But yeah, if anybody hasn't gone to Carl's and seen the new oven that he just got for his cabin, that's amazing. The price that you paid for it on top of that, and his spokesmodel that he has that's there demonstrating the thing. She's just you couldn't shut her up.
You know, it's funny. My kids all blackmail me all the time. She did not want to do a video. And right now, this time of year, I have nothing to shoot videos on because I can't get back to my cabin. And so she says, Dad, I'll let you have me as a guest host on your video, but I get to do the editing. And you saw what she squeezed in there on the editing, you know, where she did the old squeezing my head on the camera routine and everything. And those kids are so bizarre. They all come up with these funky nicknames that they want to be called because they're afraid of, you know, their friends finding out that they were on YouTube or whatever. So, but
You can tell her that I'm going to go and start blasting her up and actually posting her picture on the community page so everybody can find her.
I'll let her know that. But yeah, I just wanted to make this one short and let you guys know how much, you know, we all appreciate you and what you're doing for our community here. And for anybody that has, you know, smaller channels or whatever, go and jump on and you'd be surprised, you know, the amount of subscribers and views that it'll bring you. Not everybody's always going to subscribe, but the amount of views that it'll bring you. I've watched a number of people that are on your live stream today, like the Art of RVing. I still watch him every week,
Right.
but I don't say too much. I really don't say anything in the live stream because I usually have it playing, you know, in the background or whatever when I'm doing stuff. But he's absolutely hilarious, and his wife is awesome, you know. And if everybody could just kind of take advantage of it, I think it'd really help everybody out.
Definitely.
So, all right, folks, I'm going to let you go. I've got some stuff I still have to do here at home. I just got home from work. I actually didn't get onto your live stream today till it was about 5 or 10 after. So I was a little bit late on the game here, but it's hard for me to do that because our time zone is so different here.
Right. We appreciate everybody that comes out and hangs out with us for the hour. So.
Hey, did you know that football season's over with it? There's nothing going on this weekend at all, right?
There's absolutely nothing. You know, I heard that the Bills and the Packers got canceled, and so my season is over.
Yeah. Right.
That was pretty horrible how they both went out. I thought for sure that we were going to have a big game against each other.
Right. I was looking forward to it. I thought we were going to have an off-grid full-time dream wager going on for have to do something silly if everyone lost, but it didn't work out that way.
No. And, you know, when the Packers bombed first, then I was right on with the Bills. I was hoping you guys would have went to the Super Bowl, and I think it would have been great there, you know.
Right.
So, yeah, my football season's over. So,
All right.
All right,
Okay.
well, have a great night.
You too.
Yeah. Bye now.
Thank
All right,
you.
thanks, guys.
Okay, everybody. On that note,
Just saying.
we're kind of running over. Everybody's run over to the Northwoods and tell them that you came from us. And if you haven't been, again, if you haven't gone and checked out Happy Place Diaries, go check them out. And if you thought that you've been subscribed, check them out anyway and see if that you're still subscribed. They really need that. They're really great people, and it really would help them out a lot. On that note, I thank everybody for being here, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye now.